We are looking at the 2025 proposed powered intermediate known sequence. We're looking at the first three figures. So we got pull, pull, pull to a down 45 Humpty Bump, and then vertical line up, cap, spin and a quarter down. All right, let's take a look. Kind of jumped into the middle of this flight here. We'll just watch some of these. So on this Humpty Bump, we were trying to make sure that we close the radius at the same altitude we started. So right here, we'll put a mark. So looks to me that this is not quite straight up and down. It's a little positive. And then I close it there before I pop off a line. So let's go back. So that's pretty much vertical. Little pass, a little negative. So that's where we pop it. So let's set it there at that G. Change. I just want to watch that. So pop it, and then we're trying to float. And let's see what this looks like. So I think we're vertical like a little bit before that. Boom. Right about there. So if we're there and that's there, let's look at the altitude. So we're 120 feet higher. So we're closing high, so we're floating too much. Okay, that should be easy to fix. Check that. And then you keep pulling though. Yep. But this is supposed to be the same height as when you complete that half circle. Should be the same altitude. So we're too high. That's vertical. 100 feet too high. Okay, floating too much. Floating too much and closing too soon. Okay, so now going on this upline. Okay, again, looks to me like a little bit positive, a little on our stomach there. And see, and then straightens out a little bit. But I don't know, maybe that's how it flies. It does look on. So let's look at it from the judge's view, right? And let's try to look at the line it draws. It looks kind of, yeah, okay. Yep. So there's a gap here, right? So we're not going straight up the z-axis. There we are. There's that collinear. And then we push off the front cap. And now let's try to look at that, see what that looks like. I find it hard to get this plane to go into the spin sometimes. Seems like my nose isn't high enough. Let's try to see if it really breaks for a stall. I'm pushing, and then it stalled. I think I want to pick the nose up before it stalls. On this, we're trying to get nose straight down recovery, wings level. Okay, so off the bat, we're dragging this left wing. Right wing is too far down. We're yawed to the left. Too much left rudder. Okay. This should not be there. It should be here. Straighten out a little bit. And there's a separation here, so we're probably positive again. That looks pretty good. Coming out of the spin. It looks pretty vertical to me, but this shows that it's positive, I guess. Okay, cool. Let's see the next one. All right, go here. Got the judge's view. Got this view. Here's the plane. We got our altitude. Let's take a look at G load. Okay, so that's where we're going to start. And we want to see if we get vertical. Or if we're drawing, if we have a gap between that's the axis again. Okay, let's look here on this pole. Pretty straight. Pretty straight. Right wing is down. Down. Right? It's a little down. So yaw to the right, more left rudder on the pole. Straighten out a little bit more. Okay, cool. So this is the Humpty Bump again. Let's look. Put it there. Oh, oops. All right. So we're on the vertical line. We see that we're a little positive, little positive. Yeah, like we close that more aggressively because the G load here comes on, we hit like 7, and then it drops off there. So maybe we can hold that G longer and get to that line. Okay, cool. So then we pop. Buffeting a little bit through that. You can't really see it on this view. A little bit, yeah, you can. Just plain, but just buffeting a little bit. So that's passed. There it is. All right, so let's say that's pretty close to vertical here. And our altitude high again. High. Okay. 45 looks good. Could hold it for longer. So there we're nose down, right? Nose down as opposed to like probably like that, which is what? Positive. Negative. Yeah, we're negative G. Think so. Okay, so we're descending a little bit. We're not to that line. We're not finishing these lines. Same thing, positive. And then I get there. Okay, should keep the nose up more. Keep the nose up more. That first rotation is so slow. And let's see too, right? When we come up, we cap. And then our altitude, yeah, is settling as we get into that spin. So we want to keep this altitude exactly there. So the nose up should help with that. I wonder if I can see pitch, roll rate. No, okay. Boom, right wing down. Right wing is low. Yeah, right wing low, more right rudder on this. Should yaw the plane to the right or yaw to the left here. Pointed. Right, if we're looking down the Z axis. Ooh, we're pointing to the left. To the left. Then it gets a little straighter. Pretty good. Still a little, I guess, positive there. Not closing the line. All right, let's watch one more. Okay, coming back, setting up for the Humpty bump. Diving, getting some speed. Wing wags, one of them at least. Descending, right? If we look at altitude, oh no, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, a little bit. Yep, definitely. Right? 3,178. And so, yeah, we're descending a little bit. You probably can't see it a ton here, but you can see it here. Yeah, okay. So I let off the G a lot right there. We take a look at the G load. There it is. Boom. Okay, so I'm setting this G right here, which is a good break off the line. Wow, the plane has. Okay, there's the G load. It's down a little bit. That's fascinating. Break off the line. And then you get into this 5G situation, which is good, 4.5, and then yeah, relax a ton. You can see that line, that yellow line wiggle right there. So on these vertical lines, I gotta hold that. And then let's take a look at this again. See what happens. Put it right about there. Watch over here for when we're vertical. Right, yeah, perfect. That looks vertical. So now we'll take a look at the altitude, and we are high again, 200 feet high this time. So we're floating too much. So we pop, float, and now get on it. You know? Now I think just get on it. No more float. Let's take a look at the G load. See, I'm pretty even there. I guess I'm letting off a little bit. We're just coming on the top of that, and that's when I bring it on. And I bring on this G, and let's see if the plane shakes. A little bit, right? Yes, there's a little buffet there, so I'm picking up the G too much. I've got to interesting. So maybe float for less long and then yeah, okay. Less height. Doesn't close the line. Descending, right? Yep, big time. So gotta really close that line straight. Feel like I'm going up a little, I guess. Overcompensate. Descending. Yep. Positive. Same thing. Push to the top. Let's look at this from the front. So we yaw to the left. We have too much left rudder in, and the left wing is down. Interesting. So we'll see there. We don't want this altitude to descend before we go into the. So we're starting to descend here, and there's the stall. So we did a better job this time on the cap, keeping the nose higher a little bit. No, it needs to be higher. Right wing is low, too much left rudder. Interesting. Interesting. Descending. All right. Cool. Good flight.